Anyways, welcome to those that are here. We're much smaller than we planned on. That's fine. We're going to have a good time. We're going to enjoy each other's company. And we're going to talk about the Lord in a little bit. But first of all, we're going to have a little bit of music. And we have two young people here from Neophyte. And they're going to explain what the word means. I'll leave that up to them. But they're going to come and perform for us. Welcome them all.
Hello, so my name's Alex, this is Hannah, and yeah, we're from the band Neophyte. We're just from Medicine Hat here. We play some praise and worship around some different things. So yeah, Neophyte, he said, I guess we should describe what it means. So a neophyte is basically a new believer, someone who's kind of recently converted or is in the process of converting to Christianity, starting to believe in God. So that's kind of our target, I guess. We've written some songs and they're mostly geared towards someone who is kind of just beginning, just starting to discover some things about God and just beginning a relationship with Him and kind of having some questions. And yeah, so basically that's where the name comes from. Just a little explanation there. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna sing some songs this morning. We have about a few songs. What's that? Or sorry, not this morning, this evening. And yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. You guys can stay seated. You guys can stand up, join us in singing, whatever, or just sit and listen. Yeah, I encourage you guys to maybe pay attention to some of the words. Are we gonna have the words up? Awesome. We are gonna have the words up. So yeah, just pay attention to some of the words we're singing as we do it. And yeah.
Before I
two or three are gathered in Christ's name, He's there, and He's there. He's with us tonight. So these words or these songs we're singing right now, they're directly to God because He's with us right now. These aren't just random songs, random words for us here. We're singing for God tonight. Everyone needs compassion. Love it's never failing. Have mercy fall on me. Everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of a Savior, the hope of nations. have our hearts open, you know, to what you want to tell us tonight, and just bless the rest of the evening, God, in your name, amen.
I'm going to say a quick little prayer here, and then I'll get on to what I have to say. Father, we thank you that we could gather in this place. We thank you for the love that is here. We thank you for the determination of each person in this building, for we know the majority of them belong to you. Father, bless this union and let it go forward to accomplish whatever you have laid for us. In Jesus' precious name. Caught short here, but I'm going to see what I can make out of it. There's not a whole lot of bikers here. There's not a whole lot of people here that don't know the Lord. So I'll go with the other action. Somewhere along the way, and I'd say this last, let's say 30 to 40 years. So those of us that are a little older will remember back there a little bit. Somehow the general public got to know and to think that us Canadians, not Canadians, well, Canadians too, but us Christians are weak. If you talk to the average person on the street, they think we're just a bunch of weak people, that we can't accomplish anything, that we can't do anything that we set our minds to, that we can't turn around and accomplish the simplest tasks, let alone turning around and leading our country and everything else. I think they're wrong. I think there's a lot of us that remember that our grandfathers and grandfathers fought in the wars to make this country what it is. Now, I'll tell you all a little secret about bikers, seeing as there's not a whole lot of them here tonight. Bikers have this thing that regardless of anything else they've done, regardless of anything else that they've turned around and shown the public, okay, I'm talking about the one percenters and the nasty boys, the one thing that they hang on to with everything that they have is two little things: loyalty and integrity. Those two things stand above everything else they do. Maybe not with the general public, but with each other. Okay? You go into a real biker gang and they will kill, literally, for somebody that breaks those rules. And even if it's one of theirs. Now, I'm not suggesting we go to quite that extreme. But I would really like to see us somehow, some way, somewhere get a hold of this old-fashioned statement called brotherhood. Okay? It was the generation ahead of mine that broke the families up. It was the generation ahead of mine that didn't want to answer to the parents anymore, didn't want nothing from the parents. And I was right on the cusp, because my father was set up by my grandfather, farmed the whole 9 yards. All he had to do was work. Never had to worry about anything. He didn't have the backbone. So he pushed that aside and away they went. Somehow we have to get this back. We have to get the family back, because our society is suffering greatly in every which direction you want to look, because there's no family coercion anymore, or cohesion. We have to have it that young folks like this aren't afraid to talk to their parents, that they can go to their parents openly and willingly to solve the problems they have. Instead of people in my age bracket and a couple of generations younger than me that spent all their time learning the lessons. The number of times you fell on your face, the number of times you turned around and something very unpleasant happened in your lifestyle. Why? Because there was nobody there to tell you. There was nobody there to give you the instructions. Why? They all wanted to be independent. Nobody wanted to listen to mom and pop. Nobody wanted to be told by the old folks. I admit, when I was a teenager, I thought the old folks were a little stodgy myself. But the lessons God's taught me over the years have shown me every which way but loose. that you can be as independent as you want to be. If you follow a few set rules, which usually are handed to you by the old folks, it makes your life a whole lot simpler. It makes your life a circumstance where you're not butting your head against the wall all the time. Okay? When my grandparents first came to this country, they came with nothing. Within 30 years, they had a lovely farm, the whole 9 yards. They retired well off. All they did was work. All they did was accept an opportunity and go for it. Now, if you're like me, work can be a dirty word. Because I was 6 years old when I was taken by the ear and led over to the cow and stuck underneath it and said, "This one's yours." Twice a day. But hindsight shows me the lesson was far more important than having to listen and bite my tongue and do as I was told. Okay? Look around our society today. How many do we have? I'm not talking to people that have problems, I'm talking about the ones that have no problem going to work. They don't want to. That won't. They think they're owed. I'd love to know what. By whom? Okay? Now, I'm not going to get into my life too much, but I am going to add one little thing. I was born in 1950, so yes, I'm 66 years old. My father and mother married. My mother was raised very strict Mennonite. One step away from the colony, you know? So, her name of the game was, she knew nothing about life other than what she was told to do. My father, he decided that working on a farm was too much like work, and he took off. So I was 4 years old, the oldest of three, single parent family in the 50s. You don't even want to know what my mother wore for names from the neighbors because divorce was unheard of. Okay. From unheard of in the 50s to what it is now, what did we do wrong? Where did we go wrong? Okay? The number of us that have learned how important and how strong having a good relationship with your spouse is. We're a small percentage these days. Most of them, they have a little tiff or something else, they want to change spouses right away. That's easier than trying to fix the problem. It's not. It's not. Fixing problems these days seems to be what we need to do. Okay? Teaching God's love is paramount because without it, how do you fix the problems? Okay? I don't care how smart a person is, I don't care how wise somebody thinks they are, if you don't have God in your back corner, how are you going to fix the problems? It's exactly the name of the game. Okay? Without His wisdom, how do you fix things? How do you make the society go on? Now, all of us in this room have studied the Bible. Some of us for long periods of time. The name of the game is, anybody that's done any studying knows that these are getting close to the end times. We know things could change drastically overnight. If they change, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? If there's a global catastrophe, the U.S. will pull out right now. The only thing they needed from Alberta, they already have. Okay? We have no military. Our police force is a joke. So who's going to do it? We're going to sit there with egg on our faces because we got so complacent. We sat back and did so much of nothing over those last 40 years. All we were worried about is how far we could get ahead economically. We raise our kids, some successfully, some not. My point is simple, guys. I'd love to see us start a brotherhood, whether it's bikers, whether it's church folk, the whole 9 yards. Now, I know lots of the churches say they have that, okay? I have been to an awful lot of churches in my lifetime, and I can count on one hand the number of times I found it. Ouch is right. Okay? I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm just here to try to wake some people up saying, hey, guys, the reason I've been trying to get the bikers cooking and happening is we have a very large number of the nasty boys moving into Medicine Hat. Okay? They all know that that border crossing is going to open south of here. That means we're going to be the central point of Canada, or Western Canada. Right now, nobody really cares about the East, simply because of the fact that they're causing us all our headaches. The whole 9 yards is how we do it. If we can't go out into the world, if we can't show the world the brotherhood that we claim because we believe and we love Christ, how are we supposed to do it? Okay? And I honestly, for all the people I know in this Medicine Hat, we've been here for 14 years, so we've met a lot of people. If I were to pick a group of men and women that know this town well, and that have strong convictions, I'd have a hard time finding a better one than what's standing in front of me here now. The whole point, guys, is it takes one, right? One group to get it started. And it doesn't matter how many times you meet or anything else, because when something happens, there's a phone call you make, and you get the help you need. And I can say this works, and I know it works, because I've seen it. Several years ago, I worked up in the Yukon, and it's like going back 100 years in time. Your neighbor's got a problem, everybody's there to help them. You got a problem going down the highway, you'll have half a dozen vehicles stop to see if they can help you. Okay? It can be done. And if we can turn around and show the people, show the populace, especially our younger people, something like this, how much would they love what we're doing? How much would they be interested in it? Because now, whether it's in the schools, whether it's in the church, whether it's in the hospitals, wherever, if somebody's looking for somebody of certain qualifications, and they know that in this organization there are people available, where do they think they're going to go? We know our times are going to get hard. We know it's coming. Those of us that lived through the recession in the 80s, we know just about how bad it can get. So, we turn around and we all have ideas. We all have thoughts on how to do this or how to do that. The church group of, what's the proper term here? The board of directors. I caught a few minutes of what they were doing earlier today. It's the first time in years I've heard a board of directors sit there and make decisions without any hollering and screaming or stalling. Okay? I go more, okay. The point I'm trying to make, folks, is we want to try and get together and put this in such a way that we can attract people to come. Okay? There's a misguidance out there. There's a whole lot of people out there that grew up going to Sunday school. And I'm not putting down any church. I'm not putting down any group of nobody. I'm just simply saying that they have a bone to pick with some churches. That's something we can't help them with. But we can help them get back to the Lord. We can help them get to the point that they stop and pay attention to what God wants them to do. And try to get them slowly but surely over their past handicaps. Yes, dear. My wife was watching the clock for me. She doesn't want anybody to get overly bored. The idea, folks, is very simple. If the people showed up, we spent, I don't know how many places. We've been into some 60 different places advertising. And we can't force people to come. But if we had something that we could call a brother sisterhood that was real, how well do you think that would work? Okay? Thank you. I did. Anyways, thank you for listening to me. We've got all kinds of goodies downstairs. We probably got more than enough for 2 or 3 groups this size. But, yes, you guys definitely. Yeah, snacks are coming. Yes, you are. The band's going to do one more song for us. And we'll get the ladies to bring up the snacks. And we'll have some social time. I have one question though. I was asked by a very outspoken lady when I talked to her about this evening. She says, you got to do something different. I said, what's different? She says, you have to have a time at the end of it that people can ask questions. Okay? She says you have to get us some answers because we have questions about what happened to us in our group, whatever it was, as to what God really is. We were told we had to do this, that, and the next thing. You know, like A, B, C, and everything will be fine. And most of us here know that it doesn't work like that. Okay? So, does anybody have any questions? I was going to turn around and I was going to be a terrible fellow tonight. I was going to put the pastors on the spot and introduce them, but they all know each other, so what's the point? Oh, is that how that works?
That's how it works.
Ah, well then, I don't hear any questions. I guess I lucked out, huh? Yeah, folks, if there are any questions, if anybody has a wonder whatsoever, please ask. If it has to do with anything that our direction is, if it has to do with anything that we can find an answer for you, please let us know. Our goal is very simple. We started 3.5 years ago. We have 6 members. We've been trying to get in more and more. Yes, some have left. Well, we still have 6. And we've been trying to get into more and more into helping out in the community. And we are available. If you need us for something, by all means call. And we'll do our utmost to fulfill your need. Okay?
If I could make a comment.
Sure.
That's such an inroad into the community,
Yes. Yes.
because there isn't a lot of that left, and I'm not sure anymore, like you said, where people would pull together and do somebody's farming if there was a loss in the family. I saw that growing up.
I just wanted to say what he just said about that the members are there if somebody has a need. That is such an inroad into the community because I grew up seeing that. We farmed in Saskatchewan, and the neighbor to us, his son was killed in a motor vehicle accident right in the peak of harvest. And their family was devastated because their son was killed instantly. But all the farmers around there got their trucks, their big grain trucks, and their combines. And they pulled in and took off a boat. I think there was a section of stuff that they had to harvest for gourd. And that is lost in our culture. And I think if people step up and do that kind of stuff, that's what Jesus would do. And that's where you can open a door to somebody that might be searching spiritually, but first meet a need like that, and it resonates.
Yeah, she's right on the money on that one. I grew up with the same thing. From barn building, to harvesting your neighbor's fields for them, to doing the hay crop, whatever needed to be done, we did it. And nobody ever asked to be paid. I mean, you got some of that too growing up, I'm sure. Okay? The idea is we, as people that belong to Christ, should be able to come up with some solution, even if it's only a trickle to start with. Because I'm sure if we could honestly put this forth, it would snowball. Okay? Because how many people do you know that aren't going to tell you there's something's missing in their lives? And a lot of them are churchgoers, but they'll still tell you there's something missing. Okay? Pastor Keith, wouldn't you like to see it again like it was when you were a young man?
I would.
You betcha. Okay? So, if you folks would like to be polite to us and give us one more song.
accomplish great things. So we talk about the brotherhood, loyalty. I mean, if God's working in your group, in your brotherhood, those things are going to shine out, and you're going to get some fruit. You're going to bear some fruit in your group. So that's what this song's about. guys are welcome to respond how you want. If you want to grab a snack or anything, keep listening, sing along. Free. This song, I don't think we have the words, but it's called "Great Are You, Lord." Yeah, I don't know. We'll repeat some words so you guys can kind of, like, I don't know. It's pretty repetitive, I guess, a little bit. So yeah.